Have you ever seen someone so rich and powerful fall so hard only to rise in a way no one expected? Emily Carter thought she owned the world until a single moment of cruelty shattered everything. What happens when the privileged daughter of a billionaire is forced to live the life she once scorned? This isn't just a story about revenge or justice. It's about transformation, humility, and an unexpected journey from arrogance to empathy. Stay with me because what you're about to hear will challenge everything you think you know about power, respect, and second chances. And trust me, the ending will leave you breathless. Emily Carter's world was as polished and pristine as the marble floors of Carter Plaza. Born into unimaginable wealth, she was the spoiled heiress of Michael Carter's sprawling business empire, a name that echoed through Chicago's tallest towers. To Emily, the world revolved around her whims, and the building she called home was her playground, a stage for her to perform cruelty disguised as amusement. That chilly Monday morning began like any other Emily and her closest friends, all dressed in designer labels and dripping with arrogance, lounged in the gleaming lobby of Carter Plaza, filming videos to flaunt their status. Their laughter echoed through the hall, sharp and unyielding, until Emily's eyes locked on the janitor quietly pushing his cart down the corridor. His name was Nathan Brooks, or so the security record said, but no one really knew much about him. He was just another invisible cog in the vast machine of the Carter Empire. Without warning, Emily's cruel streak ignited. With a wicked smile curling her lips, she grabbed her cup of steaming coffee, black and scalding, and flung it across the lobby. The dark liquid splattered violently against Nathan's face, dripping down his chin and staining his uniform. The silence that followed was suffocating, broken only by the sharp intake of breath from onlookers. "Do you know who I am?" Emily's voice rang out sharp and biting as her friends erupted into laughter, recording every humiliating second on their phones. "I'm Emily Carter. My father owns this entire building. And you're nothing but dirt under my shoe." She stomped deliberately on the mop lying nearby, smearing it into the polished floor with the same disdain she showed Nathan. "Security, get this trash out of here. We can't have someone like him sullying our lobby." Nathan wiped the coffee from his eyes with the sleeve of his uniform, his expression unreadable but calm. The gathered employees and visitors watched in shock and silence. Some dared to record, others averted their eyes, but no one intervened. Nathan's composure seemed to fuel Emily's rage even more. "Looking at me like that," she hissed, snatching the mop and flinging it against a marble column. "I told you to leave people like you don't belong breathing the same air as us." At last, Nathan's voice broke through the tension, low and steady. "I'm sorry, Miss Carter. I'll leave right away." He gathered his mop and cart, retreating with a dignity that contradicted the humiliation he had just endured. The video went viral within hours. The entire Carter Corporation was engulfed in scandal. Employees whispered in corridors, horrified viewers shared the clip worldwide, and social media exploded with outrage. Michael Carter's office buzzed with alarms, his empire teetered on the brink of catastrophe. Michael's secretary, Karen Stevens, looked pale as she showed him the video's statistics. Millions of views across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, with hashtags condemning the Carter family's cruelty trending globally. Calls flooded in legal threats, customer boycotts, and mass resignations from the company's service staff. Within mere hours, 15 employees from the service department handed in their resignations, unwilling to work in a place that tolerated such blatant abuse. The legal pressure mounted when the law firm representing Nathan Brooks, the man Emily had humiliated, sent a formal notice demanding compensation for assault, emotional distress, and workplace discrimination. Michael found Emily sprawled on the couch in their penthouse, indifferent and glued to a Netflix series. "Emily," his voice thundered, "we need to talk. Now." Emily barely looked up, rolling her eyes. "Dad, seriously. Can't this wait? I'm at a critical part." He snatched the remote and silenced the television. "Remember what you did this morning?" The janitor, the man you attacked. Emily's smirk faltered when Michael showed her the viral video. The sight of her own actions, the scalding coffee, the crushing disdain hit her harder than she expected. "Dad, this looks terrible." "Because it is. And now he's suing us for $5 million, Michael said grimly. $5 million? And with that video as evidence, we're likely to lose. Emily's voice trembled for the first time. What are we going to do? Michael's gaze hardened. I don't know yet, but there's something about that man. No one here seems to know who he really is. He's not on our payroll, doesn't appear in any records. It's like he appeared out of nowhere just to be humiliated. Emily's brow furrowed. There was something in his eyes, a calmness I didn't expect. Michael nodded slowly. Maybe this was a setup. Tomorrow the lawyers say we'll have answers. What Michael didn't reveal to Emily was the full extent of the man's power and his plan. Nathan Brooks wasn't just a janitor. He was a titan cloaked in invisibility, quietly orchestrating a reckoning that would shake the Carter Empire to its core. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the interruption, but we hope you will help us improve our content in the future. What do you think Nathan's real story is? Why do you think Emily reacted so cruelly without knowing who he was? Have you ever witnessed or experienced a moment where someone's true identity was hidden behind a humble exterior? How would you handle a situation if you were in Nathan's or Emily's shoes? Share your thoughts below. Your perspective matters. The next morning, the tension in Carter Plaza was palpable. Michael Carter paced his sprawling office on the 62nd floor, the Chicago skyline sprawling beneath him like a battlefield. Karen Stevens, his ever-loyal secretary, stood nearby, clutching a tablet, her face pale but determined. The viral video was more than a public relations nightmare. It was a direct threat to everything Michael had built in 3 decades. This is worse than I thought, Karen said quietly. Not only is the video circulating internally, but it's gone global. Twitter alone has millions of views and the backlash is relentless. People are calling for a boycott of every Carter enterprise. Michael's jaw tightened. Who uploaded it? Can we trace the source? Karen shook her head. It's anonymous, but the comments merciless. They're calling Emily's actions disgraceful, the company cruel and heartless. We've already lost 15 service employees. They refuse to work in a place that tolerates this. The phone rang. Michael answered with a grim expression. After the call ended, he turned toward Karen, voice strained. The law firm representing the janitor has officially filed suit assault discrimination, emotional damage. $5 million. And that's just the beginning. Meanwhile, Nathan Brooks watched the chaos unfold through discreet security cameras he had installed across Carter Plaza. To the world, he was the janitor who had been humiliated, but behind that uniform was a man with a carefully constructed plan. Nathan's rise wasn't overnight. 2 decades ago, he had been a struggling college student working the night shift cleaning offices to pay tuition. Chicago was a tough city, but Nathan was tougher. What fueled his ambition wasn't just survival, it was vengeance and justice. He remembered vividly the night his life changed forever. He had accidentally spilled coffee on important documents in a small firm. The executive, none other than Michael Carter, then an ambitious but ruthless manager. Without hesitation, Carter had thrown Nathan out unpaid, calling him a worthless nobody who would never amount to anything. That crushing insult had left a scar deeper than any bruise. But Nathan didn't crumble. Instead, he vowed to rewrite his story. Over the next 20 years, he built Brooks Capital, one of the most influential investment firms in the Midwest. Quiet, calculating, patient. 3 months ago, he began acquiring Carter Corporation's debts piece by piece until he controlled over 60% of what Michael owed to banks. A single phone call could bring the entire empire crashing down. But Nathan wasn't interested in simple destruction. He wanted Emily, the spoiled daughter of the man who ruined his youth, to understand humility, to feel the sting of being invisible, the weight of honest labor. When Emily threw that cup of coffee, Nathan knew the moment had arrived. His disguise as a janitor wasn't just to infiltrate the company, it was a test of character, and Emily had failed spectacularly. Michael and Emily faced the fallout with mounting desperation. At first, Emily dismissed the situation as a blip, a mistake that would blow over. But as the reality set in, lawsuits, social media firestorms, resignations, her arrogance gave way to fear. Then came the ultimatum, a settlement offer that stunned them all. Nathan's terms were clear and shocking. Emily would work as a janitor alongside those she had belittled for 6 months. No privileges, no exceptions. She would earn the same meager wage as any service employee doing cleaning, maintenance, and menial tasks. This wasn't just punishment, it was a trial. If Emily quit or failed to show genuine growth, Nathan would pursue every legal avenue to destroy the Carter empire. But if she truly changed, he would drop all charges and consider easing the company's financial strain. Emily's world crumbled. The idea of trading her silk dresses for scrubbing floors was unbearable. The threat of prison time and financial ruin loomed large. Michael tried to intervene. "Emily, you have to accept. This is about survival. Our legacy is on the line." Reluctantly, Emily agreed, her pride shattered, but her spirit stubbornly defiant. On her first day, she met Linda Martinez, the cleaning supervisor with 2 decades of experience. Linda's gaze was steady, mixing skepticism with quiet authority. "No princesses here," Linda said bluntly. "You work like everyone else, or you don't work at all." Emily struggled immediately. Her delicate hands, unused to grime, trembled as she pushed the heavy cleaning cart. The harsh chemical smell burned her nose. Her designer heels were replaced by clunky safety shoes that felt like bricks. Meanwhile, Nathan observed from the shadows, unseen, but always present. His smile was cold but satisfied. Throughout the weeks, Emily endured humiliation and exhaustion. Her perfectly manicured nails broke. Her back ached. She was mocked by some, pitied by others, but slowly a shift began within her. One afternoon, Emily overheard executives laughing cruelly about her new role. Princess Carter scrubbing toilets, karma's a bitch. She clenched her fists around her cleaning brush, tasting the bitter sting of reality for the first time. When a young janitor was berated and called useless by a manager, Emily didn't hesitate. She stepped in, her voice firm and unwavering. "That's enough. No one deserves to be spoken to like that." The manager sneered, recognizing her immediately. "What's this?" The fallen princess giving lessons. Emily met his gaze without flinching. "I know exactly what it feels like to be treated like dirt, and I won't stand for it anymore." The room fell silent. Later that night, Emily found herself alone in the break room, sharing a quiet moment with Gloria Jenkins, the veteran housekeeper, who had quietly endured years of mistreatment. "How do you do it?" Emily asked softly. Gloria smiled gently. "Because we have families to feed. Because dignity isn't about your job title, it's about how you carry yourself." Emily absorbed those words like a lifeline. In the weeks that followed, Michael received urgent calls from Nathan. The man who once had nothing now held all the cards. Yet he didn't move to crush them. He waited, watching Emily's transformation with a complex mix of judgment and hope. The day Nathan finally revealed himself was electric. In a meeting high above the city, Nathan removed his janitor's cap, his sharp suit and commanding presence filling the room. Emily's breath caught. The man she had scorned, who had the power to destroy her family, was the same person who had built an empire from the ground up. Months passed, and the once untouchable Emily Carter was no longer the spoiled heiress roaming the marble halls of Carter Plaza. She was now a woman transformed, humbled by the grueling labor, hardened by the relentless reality of the working world, and softened by the kindness she found in the most unexpected places. Her hands, once delicate and manicured, bore calluses from scrubbing floors and washing windows. The designer heels gave way to worn safety shoes that had long lost their shine. Emily's back ached constantly, but it was the ache of genuine effort, a physical reminder of the lessons she was learning every single day. The turning point came one late afternoon while Emily was scrubbing the restrooms on the 15th floor. Through the door's small window, she overheard a conversation between 2 executives. They sneered and joked about her fall from grace, laughing at what they called the princess janitor. The words stung, but this time Emily didn't retreat. She gripped the mop tighter, her eyes burning with a new kind of fire, not of arrogance, but of resolve. Later, when a new employee was berated by a supervisor for spilling water on the floor, Emily stepped in. Her voice was firm, unwavering, and filled with the respect she had only just begun to understand. "No one deserves to be spoken to like that," she said, standing between the supervisor and the trembling young woman. "We all deserve dignity." The supervisor sneered, recognizing her immediately. Well, if it isn't the fallen Carter." Coming to save the day, Emily met his cold gaze without flinching. "No, I'm here to make sure no one else suffers like I did." Word spread quickly among the staff. Emily was no longer just the boss's daughter. She had become a symbol of change, a beacon of hope for those who had long been invisible. Her genuine apology to Gloria Jenkins, the cleaning supervisor, who had silently watched over the building for decades, was the final bridge across a vast social divide. One evening, as Emily sat quietly in the break room, Gloria joined her, offering a small smile. "Not everyone gets it," Gloria said softly. "But you're different. You're learning what it means to respect people." Emily nodded, tears welling up. "I never truly understood before, but now I do." Meanwhile, Nathan Brooks observed these changes with a cautious optimism. His plan was never just about revenge. It was about redemption for himself, for Emily, and for a society too often divided by class and prejudice. In a grand office overlooking the city, Nathan and Michael Carter finally met, not as enemies, but as men bound by shared history and the hope for a better future. Nathan laid out his terms, but not as threats, rather as opportunities. "I could have destroyed your empire," Nathan said quietly, "but I chose to give you a chance. Because I believe people can change. Your daughter has proven that." Michael looked at Emily, who stood beside Nathan, a new woman altogether, pride mixed with humility in his eyes. The final chapter of this journey unfolded in a ceremony that no one expected. In the gleaming lobby of Carter Plaza, where arrogance once ruled, Emily and Nathan exchanged vows. It was not just a union of two people, but a symbol of transformation, how love, understanding, and courage can heal even the deepest wounds. Gloria was the maid of honor, and Michael walked his daughter down the aisle, both changed men. When the officiant asked if anyone objected to their marriage, a voice rang out from the back. Rose Brooks, Nathan's mother, stepped forward with a radiant smile. "My objection," she said warmly, "is that my son waited too long to find someone worthy of him." The crowd erupted in laughter and applause. Tears of joy streamed down faces that had witnessed not just a wedding, but a testament to the power of empathy and second chances. Emily looked at Nathan and whispered, "Thank you for teaching me what it truly means to be human." Nathan squeezed her hand. "And thank you for showing me that even the hardest hearts can learn to love." This story, shared around the world, became more than viral fame. It was a lesson, a reminder that it's never too late to change, to grow, and to embrace the humanity in us all. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the interruption, but we hope you will help us improve our content in the future. What did this story mean to you? How did Emily's transformation affect the way you see people and second chances? Where are you watching from? If this story touched your heart, comment 100 below and share your thoughts with us. Your voice matters, and your story could inspire someone else today.